The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the nation just a short while back. The Prime Minister expressed his gratitude to the Indian Armed Forces, intelligence services, scientists, dedicating India's outright victory to India's mothers, sisters and daughters as he reiterated that the country stood united against terror. And among the key points that the Prime Minister mentioned included how India struck terror training centers in Pakistan, something that the terrorists could have never dreamt of. Listen in to what he said.
भारत की सेनाओं ने पाकिस्तान में आतंक के ठिकानों पर, उनके ट्रेनिंग सेंटर्स पर सटीक प्रहार किया। आतंकियों ने सपने में भी नहीं सोचा था कि भारत इतना बड़ा फैसला ले सकता है।
The Prime Minister also highlighted how India struck what he called global terror universities, operating from Pakistan, spots like Bahawalpur, Muridke, among others, adding that major terror attacks like the 9/11, the London tube bombings and several terror attacks against India originated or were linked to such terror camps in some form or the other. Prime Minister Modi said the strikes by India under Operation Sindoor killed at least 100 terrorists and destroyed the headquarters of big terror outfits. The Prime Minister also highlighted how the world saw Pakistan drones and missiles being crumbled by the Indian forces, as indigenously built air defense systems protected India against Pakistan drone and missile fire.
दुनिया ने देखा कि कैसे पाकिस्तान के ड्रोन्स, पाकिस्तान की मिसाइलें भारत के सामने तिनके की तरह बिखर गई।
And after Operation Sindoor, the Prime Minister highlighted how desperate Pakistan started reaching out for help.
इस तरह पीटने के बाद इसी मजबूरी में 10 मई की दोपहर को पाकिस्तानी सेना ने हमारे डीजीएमओ को संपर्क किया।
Prime Minister Modi said India will continue to monitor the steps Pakistan will be taking in the near future, making it absolutely clear that Operation Sindoor has drawn a new red line and set a new normal.
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर ने आतंक के खिलाफ लड़ाई में एक नई लकीर खींच दी है, एक नया पैमाना, न्यू नॉर्मल तय कर दिया है।
Prime Minister Modi also said that the fact that top Pakistani senior officers attended the funerals of terrorists killed in the strikes by India proved that terrorism is state-sponsored in Pakistan and gave a stern warning that India will not tolerate any nuclear blackmail.
कोई भी न्यूक्लियर ब्लैकमेल भारत नहीं सहेगा।
Let's go straight across now to Siddhant Sibal and Idris Lone, who've been tracking those developments very closely. Coming to you first, Siddhant, a strong message sent out by the Indian Prime Minister reiterating how terror and talks cannot go hand in hand. Also talking about how blood and water cannot flow together. A very stern message and warning going out.
Well, it is India's new policy on terrorism, clearly drawing the red line, but also increasing the threshold. The Indian Prime Minister saying that Indian side will now equate terrorists with the Pakistani establishment, that blood and water cannot flow together, and that basically means that the Indus Water Treaty that was put on abeyance is now clearly dead. And the third, of course, is that any nuclear blackmail will not be accepted by the Indian side. We know that since the Pahalgam terror strikes by Pakistani terrorists, the Pakistani establishment, whether it is the Pakistani ambassador to Russia or whether it is the Pakistani defense minister, both have mentioned the nuclear weapon option as well. Publicly, they have done so. These are the broad counters, but above all, the big message is that the issue of terrorism is something that India will always be concerned about. And the current operation, Sindoor, it continues. India will be pausing the strikes, but India will be monitoring Pakistan and will be ready to deal with any action. And if there is a terror strike, then India will make sure that message goes to the heartland, something that the Indian Prime Minister mentioned and something that the Indian forces have been able to prove as well by striking deep inside the Pakistani territory, including, of course, what the Indian Prime Minister termed as the terror universities in Muridke and Bahawalpur. But all in all, there were other messages as well. Two messages. First, to the international community in terms of any talks with Pakistan, it will be on terror and POK. And why does this matter? This matters because the US Secretary of State on 10th tweeted that India and Pakistan will be meeting in a neutral area and having conversations. But India has set the red line for any talks on terror and on return of POK. The second aspect is to the international community is on the defense aspect. Now, India has said, the Indian Prime Minister has said that how India was able to use Make in India defense equipments on a new conflict scenario. This is something that the world watched closely. The missions here in Delhi were very active as to what is happening. And the Indian military presser that happened earlier today, the second standalone presser that happened since Operation Sindoor started, saw the pictures of Akash system. The BrahMos, of course, is something that is well known, the usage as well being talked about. Now, this is important because India wants to be a net exporter of defense equipments, and how the Turkish drones and the Chinese missiles failed to do any work here in India. The launch of attacks that was launched by the Pakistani side shows that how there is, of course, a lot of propaganda and PR by China and Turkish defense industries, but they have essentially failed, unlike, of course, the Indian defense industry and Indian defense equipments who were able to prove their metal at the ground as well. So all in all, multiple messaging. This is a speech that will be remembered in history as a new policy of the Indian government towards Pakistan, towards international community on counter-terrorism and terrorism, and of course a broader policy on the defense as well. So all in all, last few days have been hectic for everyone, including you and me. But today this speech is, I believe, is the last word on what India had desired to do so, unless of course the Pakistani side tries to escalate it.
Indeed. Let's also get in a quick update from Idris Lone. Idris, we've been talking about what things have looked like on the ground in Jammu and Kashmir. But let's just also talk about how after the Pahalgam terror attack and India's Operation Sindoor, this is a reiteration of India's zero tolerance on terror, an absolutely stern message that now goes out as far as terrorism is concerned, which Jammu and Kashmir, of course, has borne the brunt of.
Well, absolutely, Molly. If we see the condition in Jammu and Kashmir, especially after the Pahalgam attack, we've seen security forces trying to break every terror network all across Jammu and Kashmir, whether it's the over-the-ground workers, whether it's the terrorist groups, they've gone full on after them, and we've seen that dozens of over-the-ground worker networks have been basically targeted by security forces. Around 90 of them have been booked under Public Safety Act as well as UAPA, and nobody is being spared. We also know that security forces had a tip-off that there were around 15 over-the-ground workers who were in constant touch with the terrorists who carried out the Pahalgam attack, and security forces after that really trying to nab all of them. And we've seen the combing operation that have been going all across Jammu and Kashmir have been intensified as well. We've seen the raids taking place of the SIA as well as NIA all across Jammu and Kashmir. Even today there were raids in the southern part of Kashmir. So the security agencies obviously not leaving any stone unturned to go after the terror groups all across Jammu and Kashmir. And we've seen that not only are they carrying out those combing operations in the forest areas, but also in the hinterland, and also making sure that the logistical support that these terror groups get locally in Jammu and Kashmir, they're going after that as well. And that's why we've seen the arrest of so many over-the-ground workers in the last 2 weeks.
Indeed, we're leaving it there for the moment. Idris and Sidhan, thanks very much for joining us with those updates.